All right. Joy Church Podcast, Valentine's Month. Amen.
Amen.
We got a couple of lovebirds here today. Got a couple of Valentines. And yeah, it was good to have Coy and Shy with us last week. Our two podcasts for February are going to be couples. And then in March, we'll get back to doing everybody's testimony. But these are centered around how'd you meet, just however the Lord has us flow. But then Christian's always got some good questions to pull stuff out of you. I'm gonna lead the conversation, and Christian will stop us in the middle of it and pull something out. I want to know this. I want to know that. So yeah, it's just it's good. This is Joy Church Podcast. We got Tom and Tiffany Sullivan with us. Been friends. How long have we been friends? 20-something years?
18 years.
18 years.
Yep.
18 years. So yeah, go back a long way. Fought a lot of battles. Amen.
Yep.
Won a lot of wars too. Amen. So, all right. How y'all feel? Y'all feel good?
Yep.
Yeah.
Loosey goosey.
Yeah.
Ready to do this thing? All right. Here we go. So who wants to start out now? With Shy, it was no problem. She likes to talk. She'll talk. She'll take the lead. She'll tell Coy when to be quiet and when he can talk and when he can't talk.
A little different.
So I know y'all are a little bit more reserved than Shy is and Coy is. So don't make it hard for me to pull stuff out. Okay.
All right.
So let's just start down. How'd y'all meet? Everybody loves the story about how a couple met. How'd y'all meet? You know, you go out somewhere, hang out somewhere, meet new people. How'd y'all meet? Going to dinner. How'd y'all meet? So how'd y'all meet? Who wants to elaborate on that, or who wants to go first, and who wants to elaborate on whoever went first?
I'll go first.
And we know that y'all probably weren't angels when y'all met, so
we were
it's
not.
all good. Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Have some horns coming out your head.
Yes.
Little devils. All right.
Well, it was 1992, and we hung out in country bars a lot back then.
Country bars. Man, I
Cowboys.
figure y'all would be listening to Rat and everything else.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
I listened to all of everything.
Twisted Sister.
My CDs were rap, country music, rock and roll, heavy metal. I had a little bit of everything. James
Okay.
Brown.
Come on.
I had all of it. But so we actually met at a bar.
Okay. You still remember the name of the bar?
Cowboys.
Oh, Cowboys.
Gaston.
There you go, man. Right at White Rock Lake. Come on, somebody. Y'all boot scoot?
Oh yeah, we danced a lot.
Y'all did?
We were friends for quite a while.
Friends for quite a while.
He had a girlfriend.
He had a girlfriend?
Yeah. She was away at college.
She, you
Yeah.
slide dog. So she was away at college, so you thought you'd bust a move with Tiffany, huh?
No, we just became friends. You know, at first we weren't really looking for. I mean, I would just go to hang out with my friends and stuff. About every other weekend, I'd go down to see my
So
girlfriend.
she was hanging out with the girlfriends, and you were
Yeah.
hanging out with the guy friends, and y'all just had this plan going on?
Yep.
All right, cool.
I was every other weekend. I was driving to Austin or San Marcos
Okay.
to see my girlfriend, and then one thing led to another, and we all of a sudden we're not just friends anymore.
Oh, okay. You don't have to go into that now. Right?
No, he didn't have a girlfriend. Yeah.
Well, I've actually broken it off with my girlfriend, but
Long distance stuff don't work.
No,
Yeah. Come on.
but I'll let you tell the story about our moms. That's pretty interesting.
Okay.
But
Do you know the story about? You looked like you had a blank look there. You got the stories on the
You
arm?
want to tell him how we met and stuff, and then I'll get what I'm.
well, we met at Cowboys, and
So did y'all literally dance together?
Oh yeah.
yeah,
You boot scoot?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He knew this.
Now here's the deal. Next time we do worship on Sunday morning, I want to see y'all get out and do two-step in the middle of worship, baby.
So actually, one funny thing about that is when my girlfriend would come here, she wouldn't dance, and she'd say, "Just go dance with her." So I'd say, "Okay," that's what I did.
Bad call, girlfriend. Bad call.
So one time Tiffany, you remember that song "Boom, I Got Your Boyfriend"? She sang that to her. Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Okay. So Tiff, what do you know the story about the moms now?
Okay.
Let us hear about the mom. It's got to be something unique going on.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
So I would always talk about this guy that drove this little Toyota Celica,
Okay.
and I'd say Trace. He goes by Trace. We call him Trace.
Yep, I've heard that before.
And my mom kept on saying Trace, and she has a friend named Pat, and Pat was like, "Does Trace drive a little red Toyota Celica?" My mom was like, "Yeah, I think so." And she's like, "Tiffany, does he drive a little Toyota Celica?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "Oh my word!" She goes, "I know his mother.
Uh-oh.
I hang out with his mom." I
Uh-oh.
was like, "No way."
They didn't go to Cowboys, did they?
No, Bandera.
No. Yeah.
Bandera.
Yeah. So I was like, "No, it's not the same Trace." And she's like, "Yeah, it is." She said she described you to a T. I was like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, you've been to her house." I was like, No, it's not the same Trace, Mom. No, she's looking at it.
Okay.
So yeah, our moms were friends years before
Years before.
we even met.
Like going to school or what? Just work together?
Just hanging out together.
Just hanging out together.
Going to clubs.
Going to clubs, man. The apple don't fall far from the tree, though.
No.
All right, so y'all started hitting it off, and there was some significant event that happened on y'all's first date. Give us that insight on that.
So yeah, May of '92, we went to this Mexican food restaurant on Greenville Avenue.
Desperados?
Yeah.
Desperados.
Oh
Come on.
yeah, it was a wedding.
My cousin's wedding.
Yeah. It was a long time ago.
Okay.
I went to her. She asked me to go to her cousin's wedding with her,
Okay.
and I thought that was the same night we went to Desperados, but it's been 30 years. But anyway, I get a call. I guess it was about 12 o'clock, maybe 1 o'clock in the morning. Say it was my stepdad, and he was upset. And my mom and dad are divorced, and my mom was remarried, and he wouldn't tell me what it was, but I could tell it was something serious, And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, I'm not coming. I'm not getting in the car until you tell me what's happening. And he finally said, "Well, your dad was killed by a drunk driver, man." And yeah, that was our first date. I bawled all the way from there to. I didn't cry in front of anybody, back then. Now I cry at the drop of a hat. But
Come on.
I cried in front of this woman all the way from her house to my house,
Right.
And yeah, we just have a lot of things that happened right when we first got together like that.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
and we just went through it all.
Okay.
Still going through.
All right. So y'all are dating. You hooked up. You're rolling down in this relationship. What led up to marriage? What led up to? I mean, how long did y'all date before you got married?
5 years.
5 years. 5 years. And y'all were. And how long were y'all married before you got born again?
13.
10 years.
No.
We got saved in 05.
Yeah.
05. Okay.
We got married in
So you
95.
dated for 5 years. What was that like? Hey, man, you didn't let him dance with anybody, did you? Good.
We kind of stopped. Yeah, we kind of stopped doing the Cowboys thing pretty quick after that.
Okay.
After we got together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's kind of what you go to those places for. We were hanging out with
Find the right one, huh?
Yeah. We were looking for love in all the wrong places.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Here we are, 20-something years later, and so yeah, come on, somebody.
Yeah.
So 5 years. What was that like? I mean,
It's hell.
really?
Yeah.
So what made it hell?
He was never home.
So what made you stay? You love?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was he doing?
He was usually at a guy's house. He went on Thursday.
Was he racing cars back then?
Not at first, no.
Not at first. Okay. So, just all right. I got a girlfriend. I got her hooked. Now I'm gonna go hang out with my buddies
We lived
and live together. Oh man, fornicators.
Yeah.
5 years of fornication. That's right.
Yeah.
So y'all living together, and he decided he's gonna go hang out with the guys again, and you didn't decide you was gonna hang out with the girls. You just stayed home.
Oh boy.
Well, I bet that kind of rose to the top, didn't it?
Yeah, because I still like to drink, and when we first met, she drank,
Okay.
and then that was kind of tailing off for her. She was
Okay.
kinda getting tired of that.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm not tired of it. I enjoy, I mean, I used to drink a lot.
Yeah.
So,
You kind of look like a bud man. Were you a bud guy?
it's the very first thing I ever drank was the Budweiser.
I drank Mickey's malt liquor. Wide mouth.
I drank those too.
You drank those too?
Oh yeah.
So,
They work faster.
So he's away drinking, and so what did you kind of say, you know what, we need to get married? Or, I mean, how do you lead up to 5 years living together? He's away hanging with the guys. You're home. You're out of your own words, this is hell. But you still get married to the dude. What was? How did that happen?
I don't.
Do you know, Tom?
Yeah, I would say probably that it was just me kind of stringing it along again. You know, well, I know she's getting tired of it, but let me just, it sounds ridiculous, I know, but let me just ask her to marry her, and then it'll make everything
Put an
okay.
engagement ring on her
Yeah.
finger, and I can still drink with the guys.
Just kind of push it
Now,
on.
Christian, you jump in here anytime. Okay.
I'm trying. You know the story already.
Huh?
So you're like
No, I
talking
really-
about stuff that hasn't even.
I really don't.
I'm just trying to understand.
Not in detail. He knows
Not in
parts,
detail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So put the ring on her finger so I can keep drinking with the guys. Okay. So when did y'all get, what month y'all get married again?
October.
October. So a fall wedding, okay? So do you remember when he proposed?
It was Christmas Day.
And how long was it from when he proposed to y'all actually got married?
10 months.
10 months. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Tell us about the proposal.
It was a stocking. It was a
Oh.
paper.
Two birds with one stone.
Christmas and engagement.
Yeah.
All that stocking stuffer. And
That's
engagement.
bad, isn't it?
All
That's
in one.
good.
Come on.
It's resourceful.
All right.
Yeah.
So at Christmas and then so the following y'all get married. Wedding. Where'd y'all get married at?
Farmers Branch.
Farmers Branch.
We
Where'd you go on honeymoon? You go on honeymoon?
Baptist church, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Was it? Come on. Once saved, always saved. Come on.
Well, we had to have the reception at the hotel that the Dallas Cowboys stay in whenever they're,
At the Marriott.
yeah, at the Marriott.
Okay.
That's where our reception was.
Is that where your reception was?
Nice.
And so y'all had a reception, you seen the Cowboys?
Big
We tried. They wouldn't let us on the floor. When you get to it, there's a big blanket, and it says "Move on." There's
Oh.
some dude sitting there. Move on.
Okay.
We went to every floor we were going to find them.
All right. So bless your little heart.
Actually, we saw the offensive coordinator in the bar because Dion was flew. That was the day. That was the night before they signed Dion.
Is that white-haired curly guy?
No, he wasn't white haired.
Okay.
I forget which one it was.
Okay. All right.
It was
So
North Turner's assistant.
North Turner's assistant. Okay. And so y'all, did you go on a honeymoon?
We did.
Where'd y'all go?
Cancun.
Cancun. Come on. I
We
guess.
were in,
I bet y'all was drinking down there too. wasn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Till a hurricane hit.
We were in
Oh, y'all were down in a hurricane?
Hurricane Roxanne.
Roxanne.
We went through a lot of stuff when we first got together.
You had to put on your
Yeah.
red light.
Yeah.
So Hurricane Roxanne. So y'all started off in a hurricane.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Second day on our
Did it keep going after you got married? When you got back home, did the hurricane keep going? Tell us about that. Who wants to jump out on that one?
So, I mean, I had all of my buddies from on the wedding night. I don't even really remember it much. Is when you know how that night is. You're drinking, all your friends are drink this, drink this, drink this.
Right.
Pass out,
That's supposed to be the bachelor party.
Yeah, well, that too.
It was an
That was
extended
just-
bachelor party.
Yeah, that was just the start of it.
Okay.
But it was all about me, pretty much, you know. And then even when we got back, the honeymoon, we had a good time. We scuba dove, and once we got back in the hotel, it flooded the first 2 floors. But
Really?
yeah,
We were evacuated.
they took us inland about
No
70
way.
miles and put us in a abandoned school.
On your honeymoon?
Yeah,
Oh
Wait.
my God, I never knew that, man.
that's crazy.
He's laying bananas.
Yeah,
That's a memorable honeymoon.
So don't get married in hurricane season.
Yeah.
Or if you do go to Alaska.
Yeah.
it's cheaper in hurricane season.
It is.
Yep.
You slide dog.
That's how we got to go to Turks and Caicos, right? It was
Wow. So the first 2 floors flooded?
Yeah.
What category was Roxanne? You remember?
5.
Was it a category? Oh
Yeah.
my
Yeah, it was brutal.
Are you
Yeah.
kidding me?
Like the big steps going down to the beach, solid
Gone.
concrete, probably 8 feet by 12 feet gone. Yep. Yeah, it was crazy.
No beach.
But
Oh,
That's crazy.
wow. Okay. So, y'all survived Hurricane Roxanne on your honeymoon. Come on, that's awesome. Come on. Everything else is uphill from there, huh?
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
Yes, no?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're married, you're back. Let's planning family, all that. What did all that look like?
No, we didn't.
No, you just kept drinking. Right? Were you drinking the time? No.
I was
So-
a designated driver.
Smoked her cigarette, that was it.
Oh yeah, I did smoke. Yeah.
So after
You and Tracy Lynn smoking them cigs, man. Them stoves.
Yeah.
One time I cleaned out the bushes, she would never smoked in the house, and she'd throw them all in the bushes out on the porch.
So did you smoke Virginia Slims?
No.
No.
Marlboro 100s.
Marlboro 100. Got to have them long ones, man.
Yep.
Come
I
on.
got them all out of the bushes, and there was a pile about like this of cigarette butts, and it scared her to death. She's like, "Oh my God, I smoked all those." Yeah, that's just the one.
Did you smoke?
No.
Okay, just drink.
Yeah.
You's a drinker. She's a smoker.
Yep.
All right. So, how long y'all go before you start planning kids, or did you plan Hannah? Just
No.
okay. All right. So, how long was you married before Hannah came along?
3 years.
Yep.
3 years.
I remember the day you told me I was working on my Chevelle. Had big plans for this Chevelle I bought, 70 Chevelle with the big block.
We lived in a
Outside.
2-bedroom, 800 square foot house. One bath.
Oh, where was that at?
Cassidy.
Okay. All right.
It had an extra room, that a single car garage, but I flipped it back into a garage so I could put the car in.
To make room for my baby.
Yeah. And she came out and said,
So
"Well,
you're,
I'm
you're
pregnant."
working on your baby, and she says we're gonna have a
No, I was crying because
Yeah.
I thought I was too young.
Yeah.
At the
How old were you?
28.
I was like, "Yeah, you're too young.
Man, they're
I'm
having-
too young too."
These millennials are like having 5 kids by 25. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
one after another. So, all right, you're working on Chevelle, married 3 years, boom, we're gonna have Hannah.
Yep.
What Hannah came along? How did Hannah change a lot of stuff?
Yeah,
for sure.
She did.
Okay,
Yeah.
I could. So you kind of got on the. Did it major change for him?
No. No, I think it.
So
got
so
worse.
what was the change all about? Just having a kid,
Yeah.
being up half the time, all night long.
Responsibility and.
Well, yeah, she was getting pretty tired of what I was doing, being gone a couple nights. And then once I bought a car that we were working on, race cars take all your time, they take all your money, they take your relationships, they take a lot of stuff, just basically so you can feel the typical idol thing. Yeah.
Typical aisle.
That's why drag strips are outside. All the egos wouldn't fit indoors.
Come on.
I still love it though. I like to go watch it. I love fast cars, and
Just got your priorities in order now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Amen. I'm done with paying for it.
Comes to. So Hannah comes along, and where were y'all working? Where were you working? You working at? You've been like AT&T for like
30
59 years, 30
30.
years, 30 years. Where were you working?
Pool tech.
So you had started your business in this time?
Well, it was actually, I was an electrician when my dad,
Before
it was
your
my dad's
stepdad.
company. Pool
Okay.
tech was my dad's.
Oh, Mike.
Yeah. No, that's my stepdad.
Okay.
That's who owned the electrical company. His
Oh.
dad actually owned it.
So your dad passes away, and you take over Pool Tech?
I was gonna just sell it because I didn't know anything about pools. I knew the electrical part; that was easy. But I was good. I tried to sell it. Some people helped me that have been in the pool business a long
Right.
time, friends of my dad's, and everything that anybody was offering was what he was invoicing in a month. So I'm like, well, if I run this thing in the ground in 3 months or 2 months, I'm still doing better than
You're
what
still doing
somebody-
better selling.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just jumped in with both feet and tried to figure everything out. And I quit. I quit from my stepdad and started doing pools. Figured all that stuff out. Still figuring stuff out.
Come on.
That's how that got started. Me and my dad were actually going to start building pools. I was working toward I got a journeyman license, I was working toward getting a master's license. So I could pull permits and
Full permits, you do the electrical. Okay.
right. And but you know, he got killed by a drunk driver, and that all kinds of stuff changed.
Everything changed
You know what's crazy is
quickly.
yeah, I tell people I drank a lot, and that didn't even stop me from drinking
got
leaving my
worse.
dad like that. And I was real angry about it for a long time.
Got worse.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it wasn't until after I got saved, probably 6-7 years after I got saved, I realized, you know, I could have been this kid and killed somebody so many times. I did the exact same thing he did. I just didn't hit somebody. By the grace of God, I didn't hit somebody.
Yeah.
And so I have I've tried to reach out to the guy. He never responds. I've reached out to him several times. He's back in prison again. And I probably should just write him a note and send it to the prison. But that's what we did last time. My brother and my sister. My brother has tried also. I don't think my sister did. But
Okay.
anyway, I got going down a rabbit trail.
No, you're fine, man. You're fine.
Yeah.
No, I asked what y'all doing for employment. So
Okay.
still at AT&T,
Yep.
consistent, and you're all over the place.
Yeah.
So how does this thing come to a head? How long you been sober, Tom?
18 years.
18 years.
October 7th, 2005.
So marriage to when you stopped drinking, what's the time frame?
Married till I stopped drinking. 10 years.
So Hannah's about 6?
She
Yep.
was set. No, she was 8.
8? Okay.
Yeah.
7, 8, 6.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. And so how did you give him ultimatum?
Yeah.
Oh, you did. Tell us about that.
Wait,
Tell us
What
about.
really
So real quick, did you stop drinking before or after you were sitting?
After.
Okay,
Well,
so
I quit drinking 1,000 times. I got delivered once.
come on, somebody. I know that's right.
One step to the cross.
He got
So
saved
what
1,000
was
times.
that
He got
whole-
born again once.
The whole salvation thing. Let's get to that then before the drinking. So what was that? Because you said y'all got saved like at the same time, right?
yeah.
So what was that?
How do we wind up at a church getting saved?
I kept on. I was going to different churches. Yeah.
Did you have a church background?
My grandmother. I mean, my mom would take us every once in a
So
while.
was there just this thing inside that was saying Jesus,
I had.
church, and
She had a
Jesus?
Pentecostal grandmother.
Yeah.
Come on. I did not know that.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
She started watching Joel Osteen too.
Yeah. I did.
No comment.
That's where it
I
started.
did. That's right.
Like, what are you watching?
And I worked with a girl that she went to Family Cathedral a long time ago.
Okay. Okay.
And she started telling me about it.
Okay.
And just started speaking to me, you know.
Okay.
Speaking into my life, you know. Hey, I think you need to try this church.
Okay.
So that's what I did.
So you tried these other, and you wound at Family Cathedral. Okay. So what? Tell us a story on that. How'd you land there? How'd you stay there? Why'd you stay there?
It was a
What?
girl that I worked with.
Now, question: while you were trying to find a place of worship, was he going with you?
No.
Now,
We
what,
would go every once in a while.
what did you think about that?
He laughed at me.
What is it?
He laughed when I go and listen.
He mocked you?
Yeah, he would laugh at me.
He mocked you?
I don't remember
Go on.
that. I
Yes,
probably
he
did.
did.
That's
Yes,
right.
he did.
Said you're like, yeah, bro.
I kicked this thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Go get you some.
Uh-huh,
So,
exactly.
My brother. Yeah.
Did you have any Christian background or any church?
Man, we went to church for a couple of years from like 5 to 7.
Okay.
And then right after my parents got divorced, I think that's probably what was happening is they were starting to have issues, so that maybe they said, well, we'll just go try the Jesus thing and see if it works for us. And I'm just assuming that, but yeah, then they so no, I didn't grow up in church.
Okay.
Okay.
But I would go with her every once in a while. She'd say, well, let's try this church.
What'd you think about that?
What, different churches? I mean, I
Come
wasn't into it.
No,
I
not
wasn't
at
into
all.
it. Not at all. I'll tell you to
You
get
was
up.
just doing it to,
Yeah, to appease.
okay.
Yeah.
And then in the parking lot.
Yeah, I gotta get up early on Sunday. I'm missing 12 o'clock Cowboy games. I'm like, this is all bad.
Man, can't stay out late racing on
Yeah.
Saturday night.
Oh yeah, because that was a 3 o'clock in the morning thing on
Okay.
Saturday night. Yeah.
All right, so you wind up at Family Kids League or by yourself? Okay, how long did you come before Trace showed up?
I don't remember that.
I don't either. I'd say a couple of months. At least 6 months. Yeah, it was.
So what made you decide to come?
Probably just her pestering me, saying, "You need to come to this church. You need to come to this church." I'm like, "Okay,
Different. I
Here we
keep
go
saying
with
it's
another
different. It's different.
All right, we'll try another one." And literally, when I walked in the door, you know, the praise and worship was going on because we were probably late.
Was it Bruce?
It was Bruce.
Come on, Bruce.
Bruce Gibson.
Hey, Brucey, come on.
The doors were open, and it was like, what is all this feeling all over me? It was just something different. It was definitely different from the other 5 churches that we went to, and then, you know, so we went back a few times, and you know what sealed it for me is when you got up and gave your testimony, because I always had
What
this.
sealed it? I know you've told me, but tell the people on the camera.
So I always had this feeling of, a feeling of I'm not worthy to be in a church. They don't know all the stuff, because I didn't know any better. I drink all the time. I'm not going to get struck dead being in this place. You know, this is all the stuff that's going through my mind. And then I hear this guy get up on stage, Pastor Raj, and start sharing his testimony, and I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" And that dude's a pastor. Whoa. And next thing you know, we're standing at the altar getting saved.
All right, time's slow.
Yeah.
Look, testimony, our witness and our testimony, it's probably the greatest evangelism tool that we have.
Yeah.
We think we got to know Romans Road. We think we got to know all these scriptures. We think we got to know the Bible front and back. No, it's your encounter and your experience and how Christ changed your life and the simple story of how Christ changed your life being told in faith can change other people's lives, and it did.
Yep.
And we wound up being best friends.
Sure.
Yep.
All right, so y'all just you're like, man, okay. So meth head can. Now here's the deal. I
wasn't even doing that.
I know you guys. Because here's the deal. I would go to NA and dope fiends at NA, Narcotics Anonymous, we're all cool. But if a dope fiend went to Alcoholics Anonymous, it's like you had leprosy, man. This is a dope head. Wait a minute, you're addicted to alcohol.
Yeah.
And so alcoholics were like to dope heads, like, oh, get away, man.
No, that's
There's
not
nothing wrong with you,
I
man.
did drugs too, but I was just kind of done with them. That's just regular alcohol.
So you get saved.
Yep.
Okay, still drinking.
No.
Yes, well, you did, Phil.
Oh yeah, we got saved September 11th, 2005, and then
9/11.
Yep.
Okay.
About a month later, it was October 7th, 2005. We were at the State Fair.
State Fair, Texas.
Yep. And I was drinking a Corona, I remember, and it just started tasting real bad. And I never threw away a half full beer. Ever.
Especially if it was cold.
Yeah. Oh, even if it wasn't cold. I drank those ones that roll around in the truck when the label was worn off. And I threw it away, and that was it. Hadn't touched it since.
Come on. Just boom.
Yep.
All right. So is Thomas is here? No.
No.
Because Tracy was in the delivery room with you, with Thomas. Okay. So you get
He
saved.
was planned. He was planned.
How did we even hook up? I don't even know the story, man. How did we become friends? Do you know?
When we got saved, I was just drawn to you, you know, what I just shared earlier. So we started coming to your Sunday school.
So hang out with a saved method.
Yeah. Yeah. Redeemed.
Come on.
And then I don't really know, to tell you the truth. I think we started coming to Sunday school, and
So I guess you and Tracy connected just out of knowing Tracy's story and not able to conceive, and you have a heart for her, and
Absolutely.
you did. Is that what drew you to Tracy?
Yeah.
Because like y'all are like this, and you opening up that doorway for her to experience childbirth when she couldn't conceive was like a huge bonding deal for you guys.
Yeah.
And it's like, and I tell Tiffany this all. I need to tell her more. Don't despise the ministry of being Tracy's best friend, because that's very important, and it is. And
We're like sisters. I mean, we are best friends, but we don't go cry.
well, you can cry. That's fine. Oh, that make Tracy happy.
A lot of people say that. Are y'all sisters?
Yeah, right. So yeah, that's so. Tell the story about Tracy coming into the delivery room with Tom. God's baby boy.
Yeah. Being a baby no more.
What did you ask her? What made you ask Tracy to come into the delivery room?
Because I knew it was something that she could never experience.
You're gonna make me cry. Okay. And so Tracy came in. That was like, yeah.
She held the right.
Did you know this story?
No. How long have y'all known each other at that point?
7. No,
A couple of years.
a couple years.
Yeah.
3 years.
2007.
Yeah.
3 years. Okay. Well, 2000, 2 years.
Yeah. She held the right leg and Tom held the left leg.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
Is that too much information? So there we go. Come on. So now let me ask you this: were we fostering at that time?
Y'all had Brandon.
Brandon.
At y'all.
Yeah.
We had Brandon. Okay, we were fostering Brandon.
Yes.
Had we adopted him yet?
I think so.
Okay, so we were fostering Brandon. Okay, cool.
He was about that big.
Yeah.
All right. So, boom, here we are, man. Joy Church, 2023. Christian, you got some questions? I know you got to pull some stuff out. Like, what have they learned? What's the, I know you had a good one. What's the high? Yeah, the high and low.
Yeah, we got some time.
Yeah, we do.
Before we get to that,
Come on.
I really feel drawn into the whole relationship with you and Tracy. So what exactly, like, do you just want to go more into that? Like, what was that? Like, what brought y'all to each other in such a way where you are sisters instead of just friends, or instead of just captured one? Yeah.
We just have this connection. I mean,
I think it was the actual you inviting her into that sacred place of the delivery room, and letting her experience that. I mean, that there was a bonding that went on there that just it solidified their relationship.
And yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's not something I feel like people normally do for a friend. It's just kind of
Right.
different.
And so, yeah, I thought it was kind of different.
yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
you're doing what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom's gonna let you do that.
Hey, you know what? When they're in that room, you let them do whatever they want.
That's a wise man right there. That's a wise man.
All that stuff that they make you go through those classes, and dads, you have to help them breathe and do all
Lamont,
You don't do any of that stuff in the delivery room. They'll tell you to shut up.
it's all out the window. Ain't it?
Yeah.
Amen.
So, but during the time, like right after y'all got saved, because you said y'all didn't really go to church a lot growing up. You didn't really know the whole how to be a Christian thing, right? And so do y'all think, like, how did y'all really learn that? Was it through Pastor Rod and Tracy, or like how did that process happen?
It was through them. I mean,
Yes.
we studied.
Yeah, just, I had a Sunday school class, but, it also just the relational part of it. Because I saw a lot of people go through Bible studies together, but they never really meshed in relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think just them meshing as a relationship, and me and Tom meshing as a relationship, and just, it was more relational, and it was like a curriculum or.
And I mean, that's like the Great Commission's go and make disciples. It's not go and make churches. Go and make relationships. Show them how to follow.
Yeah.
Christ.
Teach them all things that command you, and that's first and foremost the lifestyle. If you're not living it, then don't be trying to teach anybody anything.
Well, you don't have to be much of a prophet or even saved very long to know if somebody's authentic or not. You know, it might take you a little while to figure it out because you're learning things, but without saying, I'm not trying to put people down. I can just, I don't know. We're just different people prepare in different ways. And it just seems like that Pastor Rod always goes above and beyond when he just preparing a message, just anything he does, and we were attracted to that. So the
Both of them.
authenticity
Tracy too,
and the prayer, wanting to see things different, we started doing Saturday morning prayer. I mean, man, when I was in high school and even after high school, I wouldn't even stand up and say my names in front of, I ain't doing that. I'd be petrified to do it. And I remember in 12th grade, my English teacher said, if you don't stand up and recite that poem or whatever it was, I'm going to fail you and you're not going to graduate. I said, okay, I'll just fail then. And I passed with a D.
We can do a Saturday morning prayer for a long time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've been interceding on the east side of Dallas for 20 years. So, yeah, y'all been with us 18. So, yeah, that was it. I mean, we just really, me and Tracy pursue the Lord. And you know what? I think when someone's pursuing the Lord and not pursuing ministry, I think that's attractive to people. Yeah.
Well, not just that, but Matt, I'll take a chance to go with you and Tracy up too. But really, what attracted me also, not yet, but you know what I mean. No,
Yeah.
It's like kind of what you were saying, but it's just the purity of your heart. It's like there's no ulterior motives. You're not trying to build a ministry, build a church. You're not trying to sound the best.
That just
really
comes from
is
being on the
for the
streets, And,
Yeah.
Because on the streets, it's like, if you're a phony, you might lose your front teeth, you know what I mean? And so just keeping it real. So, hey man.
All right, now bring it back to y'all as a couple. I asked this to Coin Shy. I think it's a good question.
Yeah.
So like through your marriage, what was like a high moment, a high point, and a low that we can share and learn from.
I'll start with high.
Yeah, I would say definitely our children being born was way up there, and that's getting saved together.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We have a lot of highs, really. I tell Tiffany, y'all talk about Valentine's. I'm like, every day is Valentine's Day.
And I say that, yeah, it is. It really is.
Come on.
Don't just buy flowers on Valentine's Day.
Absolutely. You hear that, Christian?
Just like last night, I come home and dinner was cooked. Yeah, it was awesome. I'm like, hey, that's awesome.
I didn't work yesterday, so I'm tired of sitting here. I'm going to cook dinner.
Cook dinner.
Like do something.
Come on. All right. Well, save for you, Tiffany? Huh?
Yeah.
Kids, getting saved? Yes. All right.
We're not drinking anymore.
So what would be a low? Is that your next question? I ask it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Oh, forgive me.
There's a bunch of those too.
Like the low that you think you've learned the most from. Let's go there.
I would probably say that taking action or doing something without communicating with each other, that can cause a lot of friction.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm just going to go get this real quick and I'll talk about buying a pair of shoes or something, but
Buying a race car?
Yeah. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you have to communicate. Yeah. Hey, this is what I feel. This is what I want to do.
Yeah. Got to keep it all in the light, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then just in our lives in general, we've had we've been through a whole lot of stuff together. The death of my dad, the death of my mom, the death of her dad.
I did your dad's funeral, didn't I?
That's actually, I'm not going to interrupt you right there. This will probably be the last question that we'll wrap it up. But I always want to take some time during these podcasts to really just to offer wisdom from your experiences to other people. And so y'all have been through a lot. Like you were together before you got saved, while you were when you got saved, and then now. And so, like, what is something that you would say to a couple that's like in your same journey?
like questioning Nikki or Coy and Shy,
Yeah.
what would be your word of wisdom to
Like what
next
is
generation?
the most important thing that God has shown you through this journey? And if y'all want, I think an answer from each of y'all would match.
Well, the first thing that popped into my mind when you said that is sometimes we'll say things to each other out of frustration, anger, just what we've been through the day, coming home tired,
Bringing it home.
right. And when that happens, try not to react. Just kind of soak it in, let the moment happen, and then go address it after things cool down a little bit. And I would like to say don't go to bed angry at each other, but we do that sometimes. I'll just be real, we do that sometimes. So, and the communication thing is very important.
Just because you do it doesn't mean it can't be wisdom that you've learned.
Right.
Yeah. And then you got something?
I was gonna say I always talk about everything, you know. As a woman, I know a lot of times we come home and we like to tell you about
They like the fine print. They don't like headlines. They like
right,
the
and
fine
so
print.
as a man, just listen or act like you're listening, you know, that you want to listen to us.
No, don't act like it. Listen.
Yeah,
She'll know.
Yeah.
And
we like to tell about our day,
yeah,
discuss our day, you know, like you saying, you know.
yeah,
Yeah, and that's a good thing because like either way as men or women, you can think how you're feeling and how you live and react to stuff is the same way that the other person does.
Yeah.
And so especially when you're married, you have to remember to like, okay, I don't really care about the little details, but I'm gonna tell her because she does, you know.
Yeah.
So amen.
got any more questions?
You got something?
No, I just looks like we got a couple of minutes, and we can round third and head home real short. But I want to take the time just to pray over your marriage, pray over your household, your family, the household. With what you were saying about bringing it home, the house is sacred, the home is sacred. It's a sanctuary. It's a place where
You're dwelling.
yes, it's where you come. There's enough drama out there to not have to bring it home, and the home should be a sanctuary where we're able to be recharged, where we're recreated in our sleep at night, and we're able to rise up and face another day out there in the poo-poo without having to bring home. And so,
Well, and sometimes they need to not bring it home, but get it off their chest.
Yeah.
You know?
Tracy brings the hospital home a lot, you know, and it's like she's defragging by letting me hear it. And sometimes I get mad.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah, for real. Yeah.
Sometimes I get mad.
I'm coming up there tomorrow.
Yeah, my temperature starts rising. I'm like, oh, okay. So she kind of knows sometimes when to reel it back because I'm starting to get mad. I'm gonna come up to the hospital and go postal on somebody.
Hope you got some empty rooms.
Yeah, amen. And somebody's gonna be in the hospital. Amen. Well, man, this has been awesome. Man, I learned stuff about you guys that I didn't even know, and just Christian, you learned a whole bunch. Amen. And that's kind of the purpose for these podcasts, is because when we know one another's story, we understand one another on a deeper level. We kind of know where people are coming from. You know, if you know that someone's dad was killed by a drunk driver, that, you know, when stuff like that may come up in other situations, then you know why people respond certain ways that they do, because of their negative experiences and also their positive experiences. And so this is cool. We'll be getting back to testimonies next month, but this month of marital testimonies has been awesome, man. I like it. It's fun. Let's take Christian. Why don't you pray over their marriage? As a young newlywed, you and Nikki, why don't y'all just bless the generation that's gone before you and just give God praise for the example that they have left y'all, even just in this story, the example that they set for the next generation in regards to marriage.
Yeah, for sure. Lord, first of all, we bless you, God. And we thank you for giving us the opportunity to meet here tonight and to talk about all this and to share the wisdom and the things that you've brought them through over the years, God. Lord, I thank you that that you brought them through all this, not just for their sake, God, but also for your sake, Lord, to prove how good you are, to exalt your name, Lord. And I pray that there will be people watching, that I myself, that Pastor Rod, Lord, that we will be blessed by their story, that through their testimony, people's lives will be changed, just as Tom's testimony was changed, or Tom's life was changed by Pastor Rod's testimony, God. I pray that the same thing would just keep going, Lord. I pray that you would bless their marriage, God, even more than before. Lord, I know they've gone through so many transformations of their relationship through the years, God. And I thank you that you're not done with that yet, God.
Yeah.
Lord, that there's still the next level, God. There's still more unity, even if it doesn't seem possible sometimes, God. There's still always more that you're willing to bring them into. And so I just pray that you would bring them into that, more unity, more peace, more of oneness. In Jesus' name.
Amen. All right. This has been Joy Church Podcast with Tom and Tiffany Sullivan. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Love you guys.
Thank you.
Love you too.
Awesome.